Hi, I am Summer from the youth department, and we're going to be doing a quick little walkthrough of core management and just how to go through and register and edit and do the different things that are required for troops from core officers. So if you don't mind following along, we'll start off on the landing page. If you just go to applications and you find core management system, you can just click open the page. You're going to open the application for core management. We're going to be looking at this from the Torrance core, just because it's my home core. Well, figured why not. So when you go through, you'll see this bar over here, and you will scroll down to youth programs. And then you are going to click on troops. So we'll start off with registration. When you kind of go through, you'll see the bar of options underneath troops. When you click on it, you want to click on registration. Now what it'll do is it'll have each of the different troop types over here. You can go through and you can select whatever kind of troop that you have. When you click right here next to sunbeams, next to troop type, that'll give you the option to edit or register selected troops. You can also go through and look at your registration answers from the registration form that you should fill out when you register the core. So when you go through, you can click edit or register. So you see right here, it identifies whether or not you have registered your troop for the year. So you literally just press the button, register this troop for 2024. So fairly self-explanatory. You can go through and you can click under troop registrations, which ones have already been done throughout the last couple of years. So especially if you're a new officer and maybe you're not entirely sure, you can go through and put your core fee. Maybe I would select register this troop, go through and select the different kids that would be a part of it, just different core members. So say for example, I'm going to register these two. I press next. Oops. And then this is what the core registration questionnaire is. So you go through, fill out those questions, and then obviously it notifies whether or not you should do it, but you would just press next and you would register the troop in that way. I'm obviously not going to do that because the Corps does not have a Sunbeams program currently, but we'll go back from there. And once again, you need to make sure that you do that for all different troops that are within your program. So that means if you have an Explorers program, you need to go through and do it for Explorers. So that's how you can do any editing as well. So let's look at the Adventure Corps Explorers and just see what the editing process may be. So we have our troop number. We can look at our current registrations. So I'm going to go through and click on this program year 2023. Maybe there's an editing of the registration that I want to do. Maybe we lost a member, maybe we added a member. So you can go through and you can either click and delete or add a member. You would go through and you pick who is a current member of the Corps, and you can go through and just add them with a quick click. And it limits it to the kids that would be available to participate in that program, yeah? You can go through and you can edit your questions. So say, for example, you forgot to complete one of the questions. Maybe you realized you needed a registration sticker and you didn't request it. You can just go through and you can edit it in that way. It'll clarify whether or not it's been approved. You can see what the finances are on there as well. So in that summary, you'll just be able to see if you want to edit your troops. Okay. So I think the last thing that we'll look at on this is requesting an emblem. So in that situation, we'll go back to the main page, get to troops here, and we will click on emblems. So notice here it goes through and you have to individually request for each kid based on what the emblem is. Okay, so you'll scroll all the way down. You'll go through and select give an emblem to one or more troop members. You'll go through and select underneath our the list here what kind of emblem that you want to do. So say it's community health, We'll go through and we'll put what day it is. Maybe you know it's going to be completed soon. If you want the emblem to be mailed to you, you're going to select that. And there you can go through and select which kids have received that emblem. And it also, the system is very smart. So it goes through and it tells you, okay, this kid has already received this emblem, so you don't need to worry about giving a new one, okay? So if there's a problem there, just contact your DHQ. Remember, when you go through and you're looking at these different ones, to select what troop type, right? Because maybe it's not showing up. Like when I go through and I were to give an emblem, it's not going to show me the boys in our corps because they're not in Girl Guards. So they're not going to receive the same emblems as the other one, as all of the boys will. So fairly self-explanatory. You can also just see the registration that you have, what registration fees there are. You can view your registration answers, and it has it in kind of a little bit more of like a graph there. Yeah, but fairly self-explanatory. You can also go through and add stories, and from what I understand, this adds registration points if you add stories. When you go through, tell us about what's going on at your corps. We want to know. We want to hear about the positives and the negatives of your corps troops experience. So go through, fill out the stories. That's another fun part to add. And then you'll kind of get a list of those as well. And then you can also go through and see the achievement points. So you'll see what points that your corps is gaining. So if I go to 2023, you'll be able to see, okay, we had a couple of extra points that were added because we had attendance increase, because we had, all of these different kinds of things. So it's important to go through and to keep track of what your corps achievement points are, because that can earn you money. So if you go through and you are in the top three troops that have the most achievement points, you go through and you can get money to go towards your corps programs. But also, if you get over 60 points, you get a plaque and you get the year engraved on there. It's just a great way to encourage kids to keep investing in the troops program. So go through, keep track of your points, and this is a good way to view those things and to add them too. You want to go through and some of them are you have to go through and you have to add in what different things are happening at your corps, but you can go I think it's because it's not in the right year. So you can go through and you can add, we had, we did devotional books, we did self-denial, we did a service project, and you go through and then those points will get added later on. And then I can't remember what date, but the registration points finish up around November, and that's when the troop achievement point winners get announced. So go through, keep up on that, and invest in those programs. So that's just a quick little run through of troops on corps management system. Hopefully this helps you out. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at summer.bussey@usw.salvationarmy.org. And I'd be happy to help you out and walk through this again. But hopefully this video is able to cover a lot of the basic things that you need to know as a corps officer when it comes to corps management system and troops. Bye.